Hey guys, John here. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate everybody watching. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about diesel trucks, tractors, tools, and gadgets to help build this channel. Unlike other YouTubers out there, I'm not a pro. I'm just an avid DIYer that can hold my own. I also like to do a couple cooking videos. But for my subscribers out there, the other day I gave y'all a video showing that I had a delivery. So this is box number 1 of 2, and you might see some yellow and black tools over to the side. So what we're going to do first is we're going to open the box up. Pull out our trusty knife. What could be in here? I know, you guys probably don't. You're like, man, that's a big box. Alright, as with everything from Amazon, this box is well packed. So, bam, there it is. Big reveal. Let me roll this over for y'all to see. Alright, so inside the box we have part of the DeWalt Tough System. Okay, this is an extra large box. Get that box out of the way. Alright, so this is part of the DeWalt Tough System. Okay, now they've come out with the Tough System 2. But what I like about these boxes is you can stack them, okay? They come with all kinds of storage space. Inside this one, you pop it open. You got a nice little tool tray in here. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a smell to it. So there's a couple different ways you can get these. You can get the little plastic, self-contained rolling one, or you can upgrade to the metal cart. So I'm not quite to the metal cart, but last Christmas I got a pretty good deal on these, and so I picked up the DeWalt Tough System, and I've been pretty happy with it. So this one's got a storage tray with it, also down in here. Looks like, if you guys look down in here, it's got some tool holders, organizers down here in the bottom. So we'll have to figure out what those are for, whether it's for, looks like you put some screwdrivers in there, maybe some saw blades, whatever you need to. So, appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and keep coming back for more. So, part of the reason I have DeWalt, and the reason that I have you guys in here, I wanted to share this with you. So, the 18 volt set is really what got me into the whole DeWalt lineup. I mean, they're professional grade tools. Contractors have used these for years. It's 20 years later, mine still work. I've been through, numerous batteries with them. That's the only downfall with the old 18 volt system. And I think they fixed that with going to the 20 volt. So guys, if you haven't figured it out, I love DeWalt tools. I've got the DeWalt Tough System for a reason. It lives up to the DeWalt name. The only issue I've ever had with the 18 volt, now they sell these new adapters, which is great. I think that was the issue with DeWalt, is it's always been the batteries. Batteries last you 2 or 3 years, and then you'd have to replace them. The new batteries, I don't think I've had to replace one yet. I've only had 20 volts for a while. The only issue I've seen with the converter is with the flashlight. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not on the back wall. There is a flicker with that flashlight. And when you're underneath the sink or working in the dark and you got this flashlight, I mean, this thing is pretty good. It's kind of like they used to have this thing called the snake light. This is a step up from the snake light in my opinion. It's a great flashlight, but that flickering, it's going to drive you nuts. So you definitely got to try to use an 18 volt battery with the flashlight. And nobody wants to go spend 80 bucks, 50 bucks on a flashlight. I'm just not there yet. But I will tell you, so these tools came part of a 4-pack. It had the hammer drill here, had the circular saw, and then it had the flashlight along with the reciprocating saw. Now this drill has been through chaos. It's 3 different houses, full-on renovations. It's laid every tile I've ever laid, mixing the grout and mortar. It's drilled countless holes and everything else. This drill is a 3-speed. It's a hammer drill, It will drill through wood, it will drill through concrete, it will drill through metal. And I've drilled through all those. I've drilled through 1/4 inch steel with this drill. 1/2 inch holes through 1/4 inch steel. It took a long time, and boy, I tell you what, there's a reason. When you put this thing on one, you can sprain your wrist. And I've come close, because it hurts. If it binds, it will kick, and it'll kick hard. So with that being said, this drill is absolutely awesome. The only reason I've upgraded to 20 volt, I did actually go out and buy a new hammer drill. Now, this one's got an aluminum collar on it. The new one's kind of like a plastic, high impact plastic. I have no complaints about this drill other than it started smoking recently. And guys, this thing's probably 20 years old and it still runs just fine. And just to demonstrate, here's the 18 volt. You know, you got 3 speeds here. I almost always drill everything on 3. So you can go full bore with 3. You can drill with a hammer drill. It's drilling through holes. It'll drill through concrete with the hammer drill setting. And then you also have a clutch over here. So if you want to drill and you're afraid of breaking your bit or stripping ahead, you're drilling along. Now I've got it set pretty low. I wouldn't try that on like 21. That thing would probably flip me over the table or something. But yeah, this is and all you gotta do is if it binds up, you just tap the trigger and go from there. Now it doesn't have a cool light or anything like that. I mean, it's got the old school Phillips to straight hex bit holder there, so you can be drilling, switch it out, and drive your screws in. They didn't have impact drivers back in the day when this thing came out, and this thing was golden, and it still is. It's a great tool, and it works just as well with the converter here. So as you can hear, it's just as good. It still works. Now the only thing I don't like about this adapter, and you can see it here, is you really have to squeeze this thing to get it out. It's nowhere near. You saw how easy I removed the 20 volt. It's nowhere near as easy as removing the 18 volt. The 18 volts just kind of fall out. But sometimes they'll get caked in mud, and you'll have to you'll get one side out, you can't get the other out. So that was the only thing with the 18 volts. The 20 volts, I really haven't had that many issues. You just have the one tab here. It pushes down and slides right out. Now onto the saw. I'm telling you guys, I love DeWalt tools, but maybe one of you guys who used to work at DeWalt, one of the old engineers, or maybe one of you pro contractors out there can tell me, why did we put a blade on the left side of the saw? I don't know if it has to do with the motors, the gears. I mean, this thing basically runs straight off a motor. There is no brake. This is a pre-safety brake time, as far as I know. So this saw, again, about 20 years old, and it still works. I mean, I've used it to cut all kinds of trim and everything else. The only thing with the saw is, being on the left side, yeah, it's got this safety trigger here, so you can't accidentally start it, which is great because it doesn't have the brakes on it. You slide it's ergonomic. I mean, you can go either way. For me, I'm right-handed, so I push it out with my thumb, pull the trigger, and it eventually stops on its own. But there's really no good way, being a right-handed person whose dominant hand is holding the saw and holding up this guard. I mean, you have to be almost magical, because there's no way to get your thumb over here. It's kind of weird. I think I figured it out one time where I'm using my pinky over here like this, and that's about the only way you can do it. But that's not safe. So thank goodness DeWalt's got a right-handed saw, and that's one of the complaints I've seen with any left-handed saw. Now this one does have quite a few features. You can tilt the deck, you can raise the deck, you can adjust your depth of cut, your angle of cut. It also has these guides right here where you can put a straight edge if you need to do a rip cut. And it's not super powerful. It does bog down, and that's why they've improved DeWalt tools over the year. But overall, not a bad tool. just a bit cumbersome to use. So that's what got me on the DeWalt Kick years and years ago. So back on the tough system, these boxes are awesome. So here's why I bought this. So back during about Christmas time, I got a great deal on this kit. It was actually on a Black Friday sale right before Christmas. You know, I went on a tool binge and I picked up one of these tough systems at an absolute great deal. And that's what got me started on it, because why? When you're doing a project, you want to keep your tools together. Now, if you're a contractor, these things are awesome. You cannot beat them. If you're a tradesman, you guys already know what I'm talking about because you're probably already using these, and I'm late to the game. But overall, I mean, these boxes are awesome. They're well made. They've got a seal on here to keep your tools dry. It's got the airlock up here, so if you're flying on a plane, you can adjust the valve there, let the air in or out, you know, or if you're going up elevations and there's pressure change, or whatever reason, maybe you got some electronics that you don't want to have damaged that are, you know, pressure sensitive. Great box. I mean, DeWalt pretty much thought of it all. Now there is the Tough System 2.0, and I've seen it. It basically has the same little locking things here, but they click on. These handles, these latches are now all, they're plastic with a metal ring. So they are a little bit different. It's kind of like your Jeep latch. What does it do? It holds down the hood, whether it's plastic, rubber from the 1940s to today. So the first thing we need to do is make sure this box will actually work with our other boxes. And there it goes. All right. Give it a little smack. All right. She's ready to roll. All right. Now I'm probably going to upgrade to the metal cart down the road. You know, these are awesome tool systems, and they're always a little bit tough to break apart the very first couple of times, but after a while they get broken in, and they're a good tool system. So let me show you how this thing works. So first box up. So these small boxes are great. You know, for me, I keep batteries in here. You know, I told you I upgraded. This is a new version of that drill. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more powerful, and it's got a light. You can tell it's pretty snappy. I've also upgraded to Flexvolt systems. Some expensive batteries, keep them all charged and together. Then I got a few other things, you know, knife in here, a few little plumbing tools, pencil sharpener, just odds and ends, you know, things that you're gonna need quite often to keep at the top of your boxes. And this part of the tough system, this is a large. In here I keep a couple of tools, you know, pliers. Most of this is drill bits, different types of bits I need, everything from masonry, wood. I keep some sanding discs in here, got some epoxy, and then I've got the converter for my saw. On top of that, you know, I've got this circle marking. This is a great tool for if you were cutting any type of circle to mark it, whether you're doing a toilet flange or what have you. These are some auto punches. They do well. My dad had one of these growing up. You just push it in, makes a hole, clicks, and that way you can use a pilot bit, drill your hole. So that's in the middle case here. And then down here in the bottom, so this is the only place I've got to actually store tools. So in here, I mentioned that I've got my reciprocating saw. So in here I've just got some tools here, string line, some saw blades. This is a pretty neat little tool. This is a new 90-degree angle adapter, so you can use it with a drill or an impact driver. I've got my SDS drill in here, and then I've got my 18-volt Sawzall, and I use this thing quite a bit. One of my favorite tools, especially when you're doing demo, to tear things apart. So with that being said, guys, purpose of getting the new box is really just so I can carry more tools. These racks are nice, you know, you break them down. So the great thing about the Tough system is they're stackable. They help you keep organized, keep all your tools together in one place, and you know, it's a great little feature. So you can, the one thing I didn't have was enough tool storage, so I've almost doubled my tool storage by getting another container. That lets me keep all my drills and saws and all my batteries and everything else I need together all in one spot, so that it's easy if I got a project somewhere else in the house or what have you, I can haul everything, stays in one spot. So we'll go ahead and stack this whole thing together. Put our medium box here, small box on top. Great thing about the Tough system is they offer coolers, radios, offer racks so you can mount them inside your van, and they also have wall racks for in your garage. The little plastic wheels on this probably aren't going to hold a whole lot more. They do make a metal version, which I may end up having to upgrade to that at some point if I continue with these containers. But overall, you know, good tool organization. It's mobile, it's not that heavy, and it's pretty tough. So let's stack these up. Again, to lock them in, you just take these tabs, push them in, and they lock. For the top one, you can just close it. And then we'll just set these on top of the other ones. So everything's right there, nice and neat. Pull up our rolling handle, we're already good to go. Hey guys, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the DeWalt Tough system as much as I have. If you're looking for a good holiday gift, you know, the holidays are coming up here in a few months. You can't go wrong with DeWalt products, DeWalt tools. As I said, 18 volts lasted me about 20 years. The Tough system, guaranteed tough. So with that being said, if you guys would do me a solid, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below, share this video with your friends and let them know about this channel. You guys are the motivation that keeps me doing this, and I get better each and every single video thanks to your support. With that being said, you guys have a great day. If you're new and you stayed and watched all the way through the end, I want to tell you thanks. Thanks for coming along for the ride. If you would, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and keep coming back for more. The purpose of this video is to motivate you to go out there and start building your dreams.